Drift.
File name.
So take us away, Fear.
All right. So I'm going to put in the file name here first. Great choice on the file name, by the way. I love it. It's wonderful.
I'm having deja vu.
Yeah, you better be. Okay, so before we start, I want to do introductions because there's a lot to talk about in the very beginning. So on commentary, we have Covert Muffin and Muncha Koopas.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
All that cheering's for you, Muffin, by the way.
They're all lovely people. And we also have Aurorius and Ox on the couch, who are also two amazing people in the community. So, yeah. So I can give the countdown if everyone's ready.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hype.
Okay, so assuming the all bosses incentive was met, this is Hyperlight Drifter New Game Plus, or New Game, all bosses, sorry. And we're going to be, well, beating all the bosses in this category. It's going to be a ton of fun. So first things first is we're going to be heading east, and this is going to be to get a few things that are going to help us defeat the bosses. The first thing, the reason we're going east first is to get the shotgun, which is, we'll talk about that later. But, oh man.
Yeah, so what Fur is doing here right now is he's going through and using slow dashes to move around really fast. Even though the name has slow in it, this is actually faster than walking around, I promise. That being said, he can do slow dashes in groupings of 3. Then after the third slow dash, he has to wait a small cooldown before continuing on.
Yep. So something you saw me pick up, and you're also going to see me pick up another one of these in this room, is a bit. This is the game's currency. And we're going to need to collect 12 total of these to purchase the dash upgrade later in the run, which is going to let us move a lot faster. But for now, we're just going to have to stick with this set of 3 dashes we have now.
Yeah.
Though there is some movement optimization we can do with the normal dash, and it's called a dash reset. Normally, you only move in sets of 3, but like you saw there, I moved in a set of 5. That's because I interacted with a ledge in a certain way to reset the dash. So what I'm going to be collecting here, though, is a module, and it's one of the things we need for completion. And the trick I'm doing here is called select buffering. Basically, by bringing up the map while we are collecting the module, we can open and close it to buffer inputs to get some extra movement in during the animation. We can also do that on a few other things, which we'll get to see later. So coming up here, we'll be getting another bit to the left and heading on. Now would be a good time to start talking about combat, because we're going to get to see some of that soon. So the main way the Ult Drifter attacks is by firing out a short little laser, and whenever we attack an enemy, we regain pistol ammo, which is our secondary attack. And the main way in the speedrun we do damage is by kind of combining those two together in a method we call plinking. So what I'm going to be doing is shooting my gun and then melee attacking right after to essentially do double damage. So we're going to get to see some of that here.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy too, because you can't actually do this in the reverse order. You can't do the melee attack into the pistol shot, because then after the melee attack, there's a small cooldown. But here we go. We're going to see him dealing 2 damage per attack to take down these 6 HP big dudes fast. But here's the pink door stick.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing at this pink door is we're not actually going to be going through it, but we're going to be waiting till it reforms and using it to clip out of bounds.
Nice, dude.
As long
That's
as
really
we,
hard.
as long as, thank you so much. As long as we just time our dash right, we can go right out of bounds. And we're going to be doing another one here. The out of bounds segment for this one is a little bit harder, because whenever you're out of bounds, you kind of have to follow these invisible floors that you have to memorize as a runner. And this one's kind of weird. So let's see if I can get this.
All right, and
we
yo,
okay,
nice, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
In addition to having to find the floor, there's also an out-of-bounds death timer that will kill him if he's out of bounds for more than 4 seconds.
Yeah, but we can...
You can reset it.
Yeah.
but-
You can reset it by healing, taking damage, or sitting. And you're actually going to see me sit in the next out of bounds. So select buffering through this room is really scary just because we have all these flames and enemies to worry about.
Yeah, normally when you play through this game as the normal drifter, you have a max health of 5, but if you look in the top left corner of your screen, you'll notice only 3 green squares. So that room there was super terrifying because you can like take a damage and then fall down and then, oh no, you only have 1 health left. But
Yeah,
Fur
it's-
just made
it's
that
pretty
look
bad.
so easy, dude.
Alright, so this out of bounds is kind of precise.
Well, you do it this way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, alright, I should heal. Alright, so after this, we're actually going to be doing something.
Wow, dude, that was so good, man.
So, coming up here, we're going to be seeing the dog of Hyper Light Drifter. And of course, we're going to be petting him because that incentive was met, right?
Yeah.
So, normally you just get this cutscene and he stops you, but one day I accidentally found out you can kind of break the cutscene if you take a death before hitting a save. So, now we're going to get to move during that cutscene and give the dog some good old pets, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh god, I love this. Oh my god, so stupid. You have to watch that 3 more times.
Hey, you guys donated for it.
Muffin, I'll remind you, this was your idea.
It was my idea.
All right.
Speaking of, we got a $30 donation from Snowy that says, "Hey, Fier, Snowy here, saying good luck on behalf of the whole Hyperlight Drifter community. Make sure to go fast and pet that doggo."
Oh, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Snowy.
The door you saw for a go through, it requires that he have 3 modules to open. In most areas, you can circumvent that, but in this area, we cannot, at least not for this category. In addition, Fur also needs 4 modules from each area in order to unlock the final boss, which is why he's collecting them in the first place.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be taking a detour to kill some enemies to get some more bits.
Yeah.
Because we still need to collect more of these.
Yeah, he needs 12 of them total in order to buy the upgrade he wants.
Yeah, right there you saw him also do a select buffer again, because when you collect 4 bits to form 1 piece of currency, there is a small cutscene there. But here we go. Really
So
cool
we're going to
trick.
be doing a damage boost here with one of these shurikens. Alright, we got a good shuriken.
Alright.
So, got
Yo,
it.
nice,
Well
dude.
done.
Wow.
So that trick... That trick isn't actually too hard, but
Yeah.
if you mess it up, it's really unforgiving and it's really hard to set up the shuriken again. So coming up here, we have East Boss. I shot him while entering the arena, and that actually canceled a cutscene he has. So that saved like in total 6 seconds, I think. And during that fight, as long as we just stand in that top left corner, he can't hit us. So it makes him a really easy boss fight. So I'm actually down a bit that I normally would be, but there's a really easy backup that I'm going to be getting, so it's okay.
Nice. Okay.
Now this is the pillar, which he has to activate one of these in each area, again, to unlock the final boss.
Yeah, they're normally located behind the main boss's arena in this section of the map. So normally we will be getting one of those after we fight a boss. So coming up here, we're going to be getting the shotgun. This is an awesome weapon. Do you want to talk about why this is so awesome, Muffin? Or
Yeah,
Matcha?
absolutely, dude. So normally the pistol requires 1 primary attack of ammo in order to fire it, and then the primary attack in the blink refunds that ammo. However, the pistol is 1 shot, 1 damage, whereas the shotgun here is going to be dealing a lot more damage. I believe it's 5?
Yeah,
right?
it's 5.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and so it also requires more ammo, though, so it's a little less ammo efficient. But basically, in all of the boss fights where we want to try and nuke them down as quickly as possible so they have less time to get attacks off, because we only have 3 health,
Yeah.
it makes like the boss fights a lot easier, but also a lot quicker.
Exactly. So coming up here, we're going to be buying the Chain Dash upgrade that I was talking about earlier. Do you guys want to get the Chain Dash upgrade and
Yeah,
explain it?
Take it away.
Sure. So now, as you can see, Fur is going to go incredibly fast, and in the top left corner, he now has a stamina bar. So any action, well, special action that one of the drifters could do would use this stamina bar. Right now, all he has is the chain dash, and you'll see him doing sets of 2 throughout most of the run because that conserves your stamina better. If you do more than 3, you can bonk if you hit a wall. So generally you stick to sets of 2 unless you have just a long straight shot to get as fast as possible to your goal. So stamina management is also incredibly crucial, especially in the west, which is the next area, just because there's giant rooms to go through.
Yeah, if you've never played through this game casually, there's actually a lot of other really interesting upgrades and stuff, but Chain Dash is really the only one that is going to save us the time that it takes to collect the bits.
Yeah, there's a ton of cool stuff to explore in this game on a casual playthrough, so if you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
So coming up here, you're going to, we're going to be seeing a familiar friend. And we're actually not going to be using the same method I used earlier. We did something there called a transition clip. So when I entered that room, I dashed into the transition zone, and I pretty much used that to clip out of bounds. And guess what we can do now?
We can pet that dog!
Yeah! So I could...
Oh my god.
I could pet him forever if I really wanted to, but we have to finish the run, and I don't think the GDQ staff wants me to keep doing that. So
I don't know. I think they might want you to.
I thought it was pet the dog %.
no, it's not.
Right.
Maybe next GDQ.
Right. Coming up is a room that can be incredibly stressful, mostly on New Game Plus, but also with Alt Drifter since you have such low health. Muffin, would you say Hyper Light Drifter is a stressful run in general?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
So what do you do to relieve stress from like when speedrunning gets you down?
I just say wahahaha.
Okay. Well, like our friend Fur here, when speedrunning has me stressed, I pet my dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
The dog's pretty
these
soft.
enemies can be terrifying sometimes, so we can just dash right past them. So we're gonna be doing another out of bounds here. In this arena, just to skip it and go over to the right and clip behind the 3 module door.
Yo.
So this is gonna send us on our way to the boss. Yeah. We could probably get in a donation here.
Absolutely. Got a $25 donation from Kellen B that says, "Hey Grant, hope your run is going great so far. Pet that pupper for me. It's a good boy. Love from the Discord," and Pretzels says hello.
Hello, Pretzels. Thank you for the kind words, Kellen.
Also got an anonymous $25 donation that says, "Good luck on the run today. We Kansas kids are rooting for you. Try not to drift too hard."
Oh, it's too late for that.
Yeah. Something to note is that most of these enemies have an attack that will deal 2 damage at once. And Fur is already, I believe, at 2 health.
I took damage in that room.
Yeah, and then he's about to fight another boss, which the same thing can happen. It summons a bunch of squares on the ground that deal 2 damage. And they can also stun lock you, so there's a high chance of death, but done right, this fight looks completely amazing.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying. So he's right in here. I'm actually gonna stop in the beginning of the room just to make sure I get a save point, just in case.
Yeah, good call, man. So upcoming here, each of these pathways is going to chase around the Drifter. As he's going through, the shotgun's going to be dealing 5 damage plus 1 from the blink. But Fur takes 2 damage here, but oh, yo, nice, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yes, dude. Nice first try.
Sweet, yes.
That's probably the hardest fight in the game, honestly.
It's honestly one of the most fun ones to do because of that, though.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. So, we have some downtime now because we're just going to be going through some simple movement to get some modules and activate this, so we have some more time for donations.
Okie dokie. Got a $150 anonymous donation that says, "Congratulations to all the runners and crew. Always a great event for a great cause." We have a $10.80 donation from Punslinger. Says, "I work in an assembly line for Dracula figures, but there's only 2 of us, so I have to make every second count."
Oh, please.
Oh, man.
Well played.
Indeed.
We've got a $200 anonymous donation that simply says, "Yo, heave ho."
We can get in one more donation.
We've got a $25 donation that says, "Obi Doby here. So pumped to see so many awesome people from the Hyperlight Drifter community on the couch and in the audience. Glad to be able to call you all friends. Good luck on the run, Fear. Take a bath, save the Dirk, and don't forget to pet the dog."
Oh, of course. So I did one more out of bounds there to skip an arena to get to that last module. So now we can head back to town and go west. So something we haven't really had to face in out of bounds yet, that we're going to have to face in west, are these little pockets out of bounds that don't count as out of bounds. So the kill timer doesn't kill you. I got stuck in one
yeah.
there. That's a really tight out of bounds. I'm going to go for it one more time. But basically, the only way I could get out of that is by teleporting or saving and quitting like I did there. And it's slightly faster to save and quit. All right, I missed the door clip, so we're just going to take the slow way.
Yeah. Normally he would clip around all this cutscene, which takes about 7 seconds, but past a certain point, it's just better to go for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so as we see Fur dashing along here, he's going to be doing them in groupings of 2 and 3. Every single time you start a new dash chain, that first dash does not actually require any stamina. Dashing in groupings of 3 is faster, but requires more stamina. So a really interesting balance and routing coming out of Fur to watch him just move through these areas and optimize that stamina. See there where he caught that elevator? Stamina is regenerating for the entirety of that. During this cutscene, boom, more stamina is coming back. So we want to spend our stamina by getting through areas as quickly as possible to regenerate it in these types of locations. So Fur has been doing an insanely good job of this throughout the entire run. So impressive to see, man. Keep it up.
Thank you. So coming up here, we're going to be doing another transition clip. I really didn't get to talk about it much earlier, but basically what we do is when we enter the next room, we're going to be dashing to the right at the transition zone to try and get past the transition zone before it spawns. And from there, we can do we can use the aim function on the controller to reposition ourselves a little bit and clip out of bounds.
Nice, dude.
And then right here, we can just skip this arena by, I can't get it right there.
That was so finicky.
Yeah.
They patched it.
Not quite. All right, we're gonna be doing one more out of bounds here with the barriers. We're gonna go through that. Oh, whoops. I gotta shotgun plink these guys. It's the fastest way you can kill them. You can really see how much damage the shotgun does there. So since we clipped in here, we actually can't get out unless we do another out of bounds. So we're gonna be doing a new out of bounds here called a crystal clip. So basically, I'm just gonna have to bonk against the wall when this crystal reforms, and then I can just walk out of bounds. Nice. We did not get stuck out of bounds there either.
Yeah.
So a lot of places you can get stuck.
Yeah, yeah. Just like that place in the town in the beginning, there's so many spots Fur could have got stuck, but he didn't get stuck once. He just made that look super easy.
See, in out of bounds in West, you don't really have to worry as much about falling, but you do have to worry about getting stuck.
That's almost worse.
It probably is worse, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we can just skip this arena, too, by taking advantage of transition zones.
There's just a hole in the wall.
Yep.
No problem.
Okay. And we're going to be going down this elevator, and then we're going to be doing another crystal clip to get to the next module a bit faster. We could probably get a donation or two here.
Okay, no. We've got a $50 donation from Ninja Raygun. It says, first time donating and really excited to see Hyperlight Drifter on the schedule. It's one of my favorite games of the last few years, and I'm glad it's being played for such a good cause. P.S. I love you, Muffin.
We all love Muffin, don't worry.
Oh, stop. Oh, God, you're going to make me blush on camera.
Do it, you won't.
We've also got an $11 donation from Like Totally Lily. It says, more like Hyperlight Drifter.
Yeah. I was waiting for that one.
Loving this awesome run. Shoutouts to Aurorius on the couch.
So, really soon we're going to be coming up to this scary bit of movement. There's a ton of these crystals on a bridge that will come up and do 2 damage to us. So I'm going to make sure I heal before I go across this.
Yo, nice,
then,
dude. Wow, full chain.
And now that we've done that, we get to pet the dog, of course, an appropriate reward for doing this.
God, I was here.
Pet that dog. Pet that dog. Pet that dog. Pet that dog.
Oh, you know we're going to pet the dog.
Pet that dog.
Oh, whoops. Oh, no, don't worry. We can still pet him. Oh, no.
No.
No, we're going to have to do it again.
Gotta do it again.
Don't worry. We'll get it this time.
How could you?
That's what you get for making this a donation incentive.
It was your idea.
You know, I think the problem is the crowd didn't help us out enough. Come on, pet that dog, pet that dog, pet that dog, pet that dog.
All right, we got it this time. Oh no!
Oh no! Pet that dog!
Oh my God! You guys are making me choke. All right, we'll get it this time.
Pet that dog.
All right, guys, don't worry. We got it. We got it.
Yeah! Woo! We're in there.
Yeah, we are.
Validated.
Okay, we have a $500 donation from Heart Machine.
Yo! Heart Machine developers.
Hi, Alex.
Says, you guys are great. So glad that dog finally got the pets it deserves.
Nice.
When are you guys adding the or the pet function to the game, Heart Machine?
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Man, our entire leaderboard is just gonna be memes now about petting the dog.
I was going to say, I'm going to add Pet the Dog to the leaderboard when I get home.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Coming up is the West boss. Actually, one of the harder bosses, I think, but luckily there is a certain dash manipulation you can do where if you dash in a certain pattern like this, the boss will instead go over and he should summon one of his cronies, which then just lets him sit there and then Fur can wail on him. Fur ideally would have wanted only one of those to spawn, but luckily it won't matter.
It worked out, yeah.
Yo!
Yeah.
That was sick, dude.
Yeah, that was actually a really good kill. Even though he spawned in both of those minions, I was still able to get him in time.
Yeah, man, that's so scary too, because if you spawn two of them instantaneously on the left side, if they dash where you're doing the last blink as he's starting to walk away, they can just reflect the entire damage right back into your
scary.
face.
It's very scary.
Oh yeah. Wow. Nice recovery, man. That was so impressive, dude.
So we just need to get one more module, backtracking a bit, so we have some time for some more donations if you'd like.
Okay, and for those unfamiliar there, Heart Machine is the dev team for Hyperlight Drifter, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
And we also had another $50 anonymous that was, hello from the Hyperlight Drifter dev team. We're all watching together.
Aw.
Oh,
so
great.
sweet.
Wow.
Additionally, we got a $30 donation from Zoolander that says, good luck on the run, nerd, from Cloud and Juby. Also, you're a huge hacker.
Thanks, Viewlander. I appreciate it.
Fur, you can just
Oh,
go.
dang. Yeah, I forgot.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Get
so
up.
when you travel through that cutscene once, it's not
Oh, wait,
there.
I need to get a save here because we're going to be petting the dog really soon, and it's going to be our last time we see him in the run, so sorry, guys.
I guess we'll just have to tune in for more speedruns of Hyperlight Drifter then.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we got to go back in the other room or else we're going to hit a save, and that would make the trick not work. So
All right.
we're going to take the death, and then
This is
you know
so
we're doing that.
convoluted.
You know what we're doing, everybody? Pet that dog! 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 Pet that dog!
You guys are, I can't handle all this.
Yeah! We got him!
We got one.
We got one. You all,
That's good enough.
Only have to be validated once.
yeah. You have like no time to pet that dog in that one, unfortunately, and it's the last one too. So we need to activate the teleport here because we're gonna be coming back to it a lot actually. Because there are 4 bosses we need to fight here, and they all have crazy quick kills. So it'll be a ton of fun.
Yeah, South is pretty notorious for being a super scary section in the run.
Oh yeah, South is really scary, especially these next 2 rooms coming up. They're particularly annoying.
You got this.
So this one just has a ton of enemies in it that you have to worry about hitting you while you're activating this.
Yo, nice.
Whenever you're hit, your activation stops, so you have to make sure you can attack during that. And this room is just cycles. All right, I need to heal. So this arena has a cycle I need to try and beat, which I somehow managed to
Wait,
beat
what?
it.
You got the quick. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. And then there's also crusher cycles on the other side of the room that I have to worry about. I'm not sure which cycle I'm on, so I'm gonna wait here. Oh man.
Oh god.
All right, I should be able to make that. Okay. Good. All right, that room is really scary, especially when you're on an unfamiliar cycle like I was there, so I took it slow just to be safe.
Yeah, nice, dude.
All right, I need to grab this health pack, I'm a bit low.
Woo!
And yeah, we got a module.
Hey!
Except it's not a module, it's
Wait
a
a
boss.
minute.
Wow, I feel lied to.
Bamboozle.
Well, luckily it was an easy boss, so it wasn't too bad.
Boom. Nice, dude.
Yep. As long as you just shotgun plink that guy a lot, you can just do too much damage to him, and you can use his little minions he summons to regain ammo. So it just becomes really easy as long as you can shotgun plink efficiently.
Yeah, it's also important for us to mention, too, every time we teleport to one of these waypoints or fast travel, that ends up refilling our ammo as well.
Yep. Alright, so I'm going to be doing another transition clip here to actually get behind one of the boss arenas. It's gonna just let us skip over this whole section that we normally have to go through to fight the boss.
Walls are a suggestion in this game.
Oh, yep.
This is like
For
modern
sure.
day Symphony of the Night.
Alright, so we can just come down here, get a module, and then we can select buffer our way into the boss room. Oh, whoops.
Oops.
That's okay. Alright, so this is Bullet Baker. What is he doing? Oh well.
I don't know.
Alright, so normally he summons these like giant orbs that do damage to you. But he had a really weird movement there, and he just let me do a ton of damage to him before he could really even attack me. So that was actually really convenient.
Yeah, so a lot of the bosses base their patterns on health gates, and so that one in particular, it's if you get him under half at a certain period of time, then he'll just go immediately to dropping 4.
Alright, so we're going to be heading to the next boss, which is going to be Archer. And we have a little bit of time for a few donations before that.
Sure thing. We got a $10 donation from Spiza that says, "Pit, pet, pot, pit, pet, pet." One thing's for sure, this doggo can see who's petting him.
Thank you.
We've got a $100 donation from Master Trader. It says, "Gotta see what TASBot can do with Super Monkey Ball." They're referring to the Super Monkey Ball Task Run incentive that's about halfway met and happening in about 12 hours. So if you'd like to see that added to the schedule, make sure you put in some extra donations towards that one.
Yeah, TAS is so cool. I've seen
It is. Donate towards that, please.
And speaking of, also have a $30 donation from Frizzy that says, "TASBot is Lord, TASBot is love, all glory to TASBot."
Nice. So we take a really kind of weird path through this room because of there is an invisible thing here, an invisible floor, and it just kind of conveniently lets us get through the room really quickly, which is nice for the speedrun. And then we can just skip over those guys. It's kind of scary to just walk by those guys, but as long as you don't run into anything, the cycle is really lenient. Or not cycle, but just avoiding them is. And
Nice.
we're coming up to Archer, so do you guys want to take it from here?
Yeah, sure, I got it. So Archer is going to be shooting a bunch of volleys of arrows and in various sequences. So here, Fur is going to be trying to walk around Archer right as it aims and before she starts firing. He's doing a good job here, and now he's going to get one more hit. And she's going to walk through the center, and nice, dude. First cycle, nicely done.
Yep, you can... You can get that kill before she fires off the volley of arrows, but it's really hard. So
Yeah.
what I got there was still really good. Alright, so with that, we're going to be coming up here, getting another one of these giant pillars, and then we'll be heading to the final boss of the south area, or the last boss we have. So with that, I think we have a bit more time for donations, because there's just another small movement section I got to go through.
Absolutely. We've got a $60 donation from Rafa. It says, "Hyper Light Drifter was arguably my favorite game of 2016 and without question has one of the best soundtracks ever made for a video game." We have a $10 donation from Pickles for Nickels that says, "No, no, too many pets." Also say hi to Munshaw on the couch for me.
Hi, Pickles.
And we've got a $150 anonymous donation that simply says, "Thank you so much for this great event." And we've got another $150 from Panopticon that says there should be a bid incentive for 800 chain dashes.
Oh no.
I got you, fam.
No, that would be that'd be a disaster.
Only takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, but then if you mess up,
I never mess up.
that is true. You are Muncha Koopas.
You're a machine.
All right, so this is the last room before the next boss, which I like to call him Cool Hat Guy because he has a cool hat. So you'll get to see his cool hat soon. We're actually going to be killing this guy in a pretty unique way compared to the other bosses. So let's see if I can get this first try. All right, sweet.
Oh, nice, dude. Wow.
The only rule is that the boss
Wow.
needs to die.
Exactly. So just by timing that dash well, we could make the barrier for the arena come up at the right time to push him off the ledge and instantly kill him.
The particular setup he also used has like a really insanely precise dash timing as well.
I don't need to do that. Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
Force of habit.
Yeah, force of habit. Consistency, though, am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, you missed one earlier. Does that?
Don't worry about that one.
Wait, why did you take damage?
What was that?
Don't worry about that. All right. So we have a bit more time for a few more donations before we get to the final boss.
Okie doke. Got a $20 anonymous donation that says, "I a good dog. Thanks for pets." A $20 donation from Zero Mus that says, "Enjoying this hyperlight petter. Never has petting the dog been so exciting."
Yes.
We also have a $10.80 anonymous donation that says, "Shout out to my hubby Matt who introduced me to GDQ. Watching tonight with our dogs." Good choice.
Good dogs. All right, so we're gonna be coming up here to the final boss. I know he's the final boss, but in the speed run he's pretty easy for the most part. So let's just see how this goes.
Yeah, so this final boss has like a lot of like bullet hells and like huge lasers that take up the entire thing. You're not gonna see any of that.
As long as I don't mess up, though.
Yeah. As long as the dog doesn't return for revenge.
You have to remember I'm at 2 health, so we raised the stakes here.
Oh man, why?
Did I scare you there, Mon?
Oh, no. A little bit.
A little bit.
Right. So if Fur does enough damage, the boss won't actually appear again.
All right.
There we go.
And he got him. Nice, dude.
All right, time is coming up.
Yeah, time is coming up. It's gonna be when
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 screen
the-
fades to black.
yeah, full fade to black. I'll call it. And time.
Yes, dude. Yes. Nicely done. GG.
What was the time on that?
31-16.
31-16.
Yeah, dude.
I wasted that much time in West?
No, dude, you're petting the dog, man.
The important things in life.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. All right. That was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, we have tutorials for no major glitches and also any percent as a glitch category. Everybody's like really welcoming in the community. We have a Discord. If you go to speedrun.com/HLD, you can find all the resources you need to also pick up this game.
Yeah, this game is really easy to pick up. I actually
oh, yeah.
picked it up like a week after watching his run at AGDQ last
Yeah,
year. So, it's pretty incredible.
Nice. Way to go, man. What an impressive performance. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, staff.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.